Hi, my name is Dan Russell. I'm a professor of acoustics in the graduate program in acoustics at Penn State, and I'm going to show you how to play music with a bottle. Now this looks like an ordinary bottle, but to an acoustician this is a Helmholtz resonator. Helmholtz was a German scientist in the 1800s who studied a lot of acoustics and vibration devices, and we call it a resonator simply because it's an object that oscillates. In order for something to oscillate, you have to have a stiffness or a spring part of the system, and you have to have some kind of a mass or some kind of a heavy object that causes inertia. And if I hook the mass and the spring together and pull them down and let them go, it will oscillate. The spring tries to pull the mass back to its normal position, and the mass, once it's moving, wants to keep moving, and it goes too far. And so it oscillates. Well, a bottle is just like a mass spring system for an acoustics person, except that if I hold it upside down, I can say that the spring part of the bottle is the air inside the cavity of the bottle, and the mass is the air in the neck that moves all as one piece. And when I blow into the top of the pop bottle, you can make the pop bottle sing at the frequency just like the mass spring system moves back and forth. Well, if I wanted to change the frequency of a mass spring system, one way I could do that would be to change its stiffness. So if I use a shorter or a stiffer spring, when I pull it down, it will oscillate faster. Well, with a bottle, the easiest way to change the stiffness in the volume is to add some water to it. Fill up the volume with water so there's less air, which means there's less spring, smaller area for the smaller volume for the air to squeeze, which means it's a stiffer spring. So now I've got a different frequency. And if I take a bunch of these, a bunch of bottles, with the right combinations, the right heights of water, I can form a musical scale. I get them all together here. 8 bottles, different amounts of liquid in each bottle. Now if I put them all together, swap those two in the right order. If I have a scale, I can play music. Merry Christmas! When you blow in a bottle, the bottle with the most liquid, the smallest amount of air, has the stiffest spring, and so it has the highest frequency. And the bottle with less water or more air has the softer spring, so it has a lower frequency. But if you tap the bottles with a stick instead, the bottle with the most water has the lowest frequency. Because now the water is acting like a mass, and the more mass something has, the lower its frequency. The stiffness in this case comes from the vibration of the bottle. The glass is not the air moving inside the bottle, it's the bottle of the glass is actually vibrating, so the glass provides the stiffness, and the amount of water in the glass provides the mass. So now I can adjust the amounts of water, I'm adjusting the amount of mass, and I'm changing the frequency. And I can change the notes just right to make a musical scale also. So again, I can play music. Merry Christmas!